ready to take on the track at the Superdome in New Orleans. Star-studded field. Boy, there you see the glow off the beautiful pumpkin. Some of the others, the dough runners, showing everybody the body styling on that big, beautiful four-wheel drive truck. This competition ought to be super close and double tough. The Night Rider's going to get us started. 1990 Chevrolet. Mitch Adams will be our first competitor on the track at the New Orleans Superdome. The test puller is Mitch Adams in the Night Rider, as the Chevrolet will be first out. He's hooked to the sled. Now just going to take the slack out. Here he goes. Mitch Adams in the Night Rider. And the pull right there for Mitch Adams and the Night Rider. Let's look at it again on the replay. There you can see Adams taking it down. Pulls it all the way out in pretty good shape, but he only gets 70 feet on it. They only listed as 70 feet on that pull. Ambush will be up next. This is Bill Gilbert. Bill comes out in a 1940 Chevrolet. And you can see the U.S. Hot Rod Association track crew telling Ambush to go ahead and take the slack out. And Bill Gilbert will now try to pull that sled as far as he can up the track at the New Orleans Superdome. He'll need to set the pace, as Night Rider could only get 70 feet out of it. So there you go with Bill Gilbert and Ambush. 151 feet and change is where he's going to come in at. Bill Gilbert, the 1940 Chevrolet known as Ambush, 151 feet, 11 inches. That is now the distance to beat. The Junkyard Dog is scheduled to come out next. This will be Terry Thruston, another classic, if you will, 1955 Chevrolet, the body styling, as the crowd in New Orleans having a good time. Love seeing themselves up on the big screens here in the Superdome. As the fans all get a chance to wave. They're ready now to watch the Junkyard Dog try to take the lead away from that 1940 Chevrolet. Just that. The Junkyard Dog easily blows past the 150-foot mark, past the 175-foot mark to be exact. And Terry Thruston and the Junkyard Dog checking in with a distance of 177 feet, 5 inches. He is the new leader. But boy, does he get a serious threat right off the bat. Tony Osteen and the Georgia Rebel Ford out of West Greene, Georgia. Here's a guy who's got a lot of trophies on the mantelpiece. He's won a lot of individual competitions. He's won point series and organizations all across the country, battling for the world title here on the U.S. Hot Rod Association Tour. Tony Osteen, a good old boy from West Greene, Georgia, needs to beat 177. And he blows it past the full pull line. That's it. That's the signal from the finish line flagman. A full pull for Tony Osteen and the Georgia Rebel Ford. There's your new leader, West Greene, Georgia's Tony Osteen, with a full pull. We'll see if anybody can force him into a pull-off. The first to try, the Just Fine 1972 Chevrolet and Marty Smith. Smith on the track backing up, and he's going to have his work cut out for him now, because you have to get a full pull to force Tony Osteen to come back for a pull-off. Otherwise, without a full pull, you're not going to win here today at the Superdome. Oh, what a great crowd we've got at the Superdome today. Just Fine going after it now, Marty Smith. He sure enough did it right there. Marty Smith and the Just Fine Chevrolet looking fine right there. Just blew past that full pull marker. There it is. The checkered flag signifies a full pull, and Marty Smith left no doubt. We know we'll have a pull-off now, because Smith and Osteen have qualified for it. Well, that's 2 in a row with full pulls. Let's see if it'll keep up. The Pumpkin big, beautiful 1989 Dodge Larry Harrison is up next, trying to make it 3 for the pull-off. Osteen's in, Smith's in. Here comes the pumpkin. Indeed, either the track's getting better or the trucks are getting finer because they're going a little farther each shot, and the pumpkin gets it done right there. Larry Harrison's Dodge will join the Ford of Tony Osteen and the Chevrolet of Marty Smith in a 3-way pull-off, and there may be more coming. Here comes the Monkey Business 1990 Ford of Frank Young. He wants to get on that track while it's hot. 3 straight full pulls at the Superdome in New Orleans. Let's see if Monkey Business can make it an even quartet. All right, he's got the slack out. Ready to go with Monkey Business. Have banged it out of the Superdome. Frank Young and Monkey Business. Here we go on the replay. He's getting a little bounce in the middle of the track, but it didn't hurt him at all. And Monkey Business has plenty of power to blow past the checkered flag, and it's going to be at least a 4-way pull-off. And here's another guy, very, very capable of making it a 5-way pull-off. Dwayne Bathke, the STP Pulling Team Chevrolet. Boy, the fans are getting their money's worth in the Superdome as these big, bad 4-wheel drives are just banging this sled out past that finish line. Dwayne Bathke, STP from Seguin, Texas, is ready to go. Not only went past the full pull mark, he started to take it out and see if he could find Bourbon Street. The STP Pulling Team Chevrolet is our 5th straight U.S. hot rod competitor to get it out of here in the Superdome. So Bathke will come back later in the pull-off. And we've still got more of the Doe Runner, another top-running Chevrolet. This is Roy Everett, 87 model Chevrolet. He's going to go all the way to the right-hand side of the track as the puller faces it and see if he can get a good bite on the outside. The Doe Runner would love to be the 6th straight truck to join the pull-off field. As the hot streak continues in New Orleans, here comes the Doe Runner. This is absolutely incredible. It looked like he hit the brake as soon as he got past the line, but he's got enough. The Doe Runner is the 6th consecutive puller to get a full pull in the Superdome. Wow. They are showing off the horsepower in the dome. 6 straight have taken it out. Well, Super Chevy, the 86 Chevrolet of Steve Greer, he's got a lot of pressure on him now. Nobody wants to snap the string of making the pull-off. 6 in a row have done it. Let's see if the Super Chevy can make it a lucky number 7. 6 right now have qualified for the pull-off. Steve Greer is up in the Super Chevy. Close to that 180-foot mark, which signifies a full pull, but he is going to come up just a little bit short. Man, you talk about disappointing. Steve Greer, the Super Chevy, misses the pull-off by 4 inches. These 6 will go to the pull-off. The Georgia Rebel, STP, the Doe Runner, the Pumpkin, Just Fine, and Monkey Business. It'll be a dandy pull-off a little bit later as you look at the rest of the results here on Super Tracks. But there's more than pulling. In this order. Georgia Rebel, then Just Fine Chevrolet, the Pumpkin Dodge, then Monkey Business, STP, and the Doe Runner. First up, several times a point champion in various organizations of pulling, looking for that world championship in U.S. hot rod competition. We're talking about Tony Osteen and the Georgia Rebel Ford. This will be the distance to beat. And on a heavier sled, they added weight to the sled. That looks like an outstanding run for Tony Osteen. The distance comes in at 166 feet, 1 inch. Remember, this is a heavier sled than they pulled with earlier. But the only way we're going to find out how good the pull is to watch everybody else come take a shot at it. Up now, it's Marty Smith and the just fine 1972 Chevrolet. Not gonna be enough. It's a little bit short. There on the replay. I don't see any particular problem with the run. Got a little bit sideways midway through the track. That may have cost him a little distance, but still, Osteen has him covered. 160 feet, 2 inches for Marty Smith, so he's in second right now. Here's Larry Harrison and the Pumpkin, the 1989 Dodge. Man, he lands right where Marty Smith was just a minute ago and just fine. So he's not going to get the lead, and I don't know if he took second away from Marty Smith. Wow, look at this. Marty Smith had a 160 and 2 inches. The Pumpkin goes 160 and 3 inches, so he moves into second by 1 inch. Still, Osteen, the Ford, is the leader. Here comes Monkey Business. This is Frank Young in the 1994. No, that's a little short. That didn't quite make the 160 mark. As Monkey Business trying the far right side of the track, doesn't get a whole lot out there. And his distance will put him, at least for the moment, in fourth place. And it could even be worse than that. 158 feet, 7 inches for Frank Young and Monkey Business. Chevrolet and the Chevy fans are getting behind Dwayne Batesky and the STP Special, hoping he can knock off the Ford of Tony Osteen. Boy, he's very close to that flag that has been stuck in the ground to signify where Osteen went, but he did not quite get there. The Chevrolet is going to come up a couple feet short. Dwayne Batesky from Seguin, Texas, in the STP Special is second for the moment at 164 feet, 8 inches. Well, it's either Ford or Chevy in the winner's circle. The Ford has the lead. Here comes the final competitor in the pull-off, the Doe Runner Chevrolet. Not gonna do it. Roy Everett and the Doe Runner may get third, but he'll not win it. The Doe Runner Chevrolet trying to stretch it out, but he bogs down before he can get near the 165-foot mark. And again, Osteen went over 166. The run is 161 feet, 6 inches for the Doe Runner and Roy Everett. There is your Superdome champion on Super Tracks. Tony Osteen and the Georgia Rebel Ford wins it. Dwayne Batesky, the STP Special Chevrolet, is second. The Doe Runner Chevy third. The Pumpkin Dodge fourth. Just Fine Chevrolet is fifth. And the Monkey Business Ford ends up sixth in the pull-off from the Superdome. More